If you've got golfer's elbow, tennis elbow, have generalized elbow pain, or just want healthier elbows, this video is for you. I'm gonna go over the range of motion tests you need to measure progress, the exercises you'll use to get out of pain, some instrument massage to expedite results, and if and when you should see a doctor. To measure wrist extension, all you're going to need is a wall. Put your forearm flush against that wall, grab your palm where your fingers meet your palm, and push down. If you can get your palm to 90 degrees, you have full wrist extension. Finger extension is very similar. Forearm flush against the wall, grab the tips of your finger, and bend down. Full range there is about 150 degrees off the wall or 60 degrees below parallel. There is no range of motion test for wrist flexion. Wrist flexion is limited by bone. There are no soft tissues that are changeable that can create more wrist flexion in 99% of people. However, if you just go up to a wall and you flex your fingers down and you push, and that aggravates your lateral epicondyle here, that is likely an indication that you do have tennis elbow. The first exercise that we're going to do is an eccentric wrist extension. Grab yourself a dumbbell. If you have a foam slant board, I would also use that too. It just helps make this feel a little bit easier on the rest of your body. You're going to go ahead, take the dumbbell in your hand, go up to the side of the table with a straight elbow. You're going to take your other hand, flex your wrist, and then you're slowly going to lower. Take about 8 to 10 seconds to lower, get to the bottom, pull up, and slowly lower again. This is gonna provide length to those superficial wrist flexors and put some tension on the medial elbow. The second exercise is going to be an eccentric finger extension that's going to work the deep flexors, the palmar fascia, and put even more tension on this medial elbow. Similar situation, but you'll notice here that my elbow is bent. You'll slowly lower just like the previous exercise, and the other thing that you will do is you will let it roll into your fingers. Take about 7 to 10 seconds. Let it roll into your fingers. The next exercise is going to be an eccentric wrist flexion. This is going to work the extensors and the lateral elbow. Same thing, grab a dumbbell, get to the slant board. You can allow a little bit of bend in through that elbow, prop the dumbbell up, and slowly let it lower. Pull with the other hand, slowly lower, other hand, slowly lower. Again, try to take 7 to 10 seconds with the lowering. Our next exercise is called a Zottman curl. It's going to strengthen the biceps, which will be protective to the elbow, and it's also going to put isometric tension on this common extensor tendon. So it starts like a normal biceps curl. I try to get everything in front of my hip. I curl up, and here's the big kicker. We twist the dumbbell and slowly lower down. I can feel this right now tensioning my elbow. I certainly need to do this more on my right side. Our final exercise is called a dumbbell hammer. You'll go back to the initial setup. You'll grab the dumbbell as low as you can. So this would be centered. This is as low as we can. You'll straighten the elbow out, and you'll let the head of the dumbbell that's furthest away from your hand just fall to the floor, and you'll bring back up. This will work the radial muscles of your forearm, which will be protective to your elbow. If you have a hammer of an appropriate weight, you can also use it for this. This is probably too light for me, but this may be perfectly appropriate for you. You can also use a rubber mallet that might have a little bit more weight. If you do have access to a gua sha with a flat surface here, and you want to do some self-massage to either expedite the process or get more comprehensive results, simply go to a wall, place your palm against it, fingers down, and lightly massage the forearms. Get all of the sides here. Focus a lot of attention in through the elbow. Use lotion, stop when it gets red. Do the other side of the forearm for tennis elbow or lateral epicondylitis. Same thing. Use lotion, stop when it's red. Do all of those exercises twice a week for 3 sets of 10. Remember that it's important to be slow on the eccentric. If you do them too fast, they'll put an inappropriate load on your tendons and actually make you worse. Repeat the exercises for 4 to 6 weeks. Do the range of motion test at the beginning of each week cold. If your range of motion is improving, it's likely that your pain is also going down. If for some reason your range of motion is improving but your pain is not getting better, go see a doctor. It's possible that your tendons have degenerated so much that an exercise program is not going to be enough to get you out of pain. You may need a stronger intervention like shockwave therapy, or you may need a doctor that can get into some of the complicated nuances that contribute to elbow pain. If things are really bad, you may even need surgery. If your range doesn't improve after 4 to 6 weeks, it's likely that you have a ton of scar tissue built up into your forearm. It'll be best practice to see a doctor that specializes in removing this adhesion. If range of motion does not improve but your pain gets better, you may want to use a heavier dumbbell to get more tension on the tissue. If you are going to use the instrument massage, please do that only once a week. Sometimes poor shoulder mechanics can push load into the elbow joint, so please make sure to check out this playlist to get healthier shoulders. If you don't get results after 4 to 6 weeks and you are in the tri-state area looking for in-person care, please check out my website. I'll put a link down in the bio. If you're looking for more content on how to get out of chronic pain, please hit the subscribe button below. Have a wonderful day, good luck, and remember, pain-free people change the world.